Hello, this is the Negro Exciting News Fun Show, and I'm your host, DJS. So we're going to talk about today, we're going to talk about this guy, Kweku Adoboli, yeah? Who was the UBS banker, yeah? Who was convicted of the UK's biggest fraud in 2012, yeah? He was convicted of a fraud in 2012 of $2.3 billion, or the English equivalent is 1.8 billion pounds. Yeah. So, he was facing deportation on Tuesday, but he got a reprieve. So apparently 132 MPs who said they wanted him not to be deported, and a petition signed by 73,000 people said they didn't want him to be deported. Yeah, is Adoboli left Ghana when he was 4. Yeah, and he came to the UK when he was in Yorkshire. So I don't know what he done in between the ages of 4 and 12, where he was, but he left Ghana when he was 4. So the UK government wanted him to deport him back to Ghana. 4-year-old has no understanding of Ghana life, has he? Yeah, how would he have understanding of Ghana life now to survive in Ghana when he left there when he was 4 years old? Yeah. So, everyone helped him and he got a reprieve. Yeah. He can breathe some English fresh because we're going to winter now. Yeah. But that's not the case. Yeah. So basically the case is, we had Nick Leeson. Yeah. And he was convicted of the biggest fraud of the time. And, he said, oh, they knew what I was doing. And then another one, and another one, and another one, and another one. Yeah. And the bank knew what I was doing. So, the banking system seems to put somebody in a position of power, knowing one day this individual, and it's very important, the word individual, this individual will be blamed with a fraud, and the whole blame of corruption will be put on this person's shoulders. Not on the bank's shoulders, but on this one person. They all say the same thing. Oh, they knew what I was doing. They knew what I was doing. They knew what I was doing. They all say the same goddamn thing, yeah? But I'm listening to this interview with Kweku Adoboli on LBC Radio, yeah? What he said is that, the bank was into a call and he put his hand up to take responsibility, like he was willing to sacrifice his job and his career for the betterment of the bank and his colleagues, etc., etc. So this black man puts his hand up to accept responsibility for a fraud of 1.8 million pounds. What kind of fucking Negro would do that? Must be some delusional guy. Must be totally he said it with his own mouth, on the interview with Nawaz, Majid Nawaz on the LBC radio. He said with his own mouth, I put my hand up to take responsibility. I thought I would just lose my job. What kind of a fucking arsehole thinks that way? Yeah? How do you think you're just gonna lose your job? How could you possibly just think that? So you're just going to lose your job and you're going to get another one? Is it that simple? Is it? I think it's that simple for a Negro to get a job in a bank. Yeah, they're high up in a bank. oh, you get sacked for fraud and then you'll just move to another one. Yeah? How naive can you be? So anyway, he said everyone turned against him and everything was put on his shoulders. Yeah? And he was convicted, and now he's got a big case situation where they've been trying to deport him, but he's got a reprieve. So, you know, they can keep reprieving him and reprieving him and reprieving him, but eventually, you know, one day they're going to deport him. So he's glad now that he's not back in Ghana eating fufu, yeah? But, you know, I mean, this situation of being on bail and keep being reprieved, it can't be nice. It must be extremely stressful, yeah? Every time the phone rings, you jump out your skin, you're checking your email. Any minute the police can just come. Boom, boom, boom. Hello, are you Kweku Adoboli? Yes, I am. Coming with us. We're deporting you. Yeah? We're deporting you at once, immediately. So like I say, the banking system, they put people in charge, yeah? And this person is a patsy who one day will be blamed for the criminality of the bank. I mean, who could believe such a junior person could be in charge of so much money? Yeah? I mean, the banking system, you know, is a very kind of corrupt kind of system. Nobody believes, you know, they're good and above board, but maybe they're not, you know? Maybe, you know, I've got to be careful what I say, yeah? Maybe I've heard stories about the kind of people who work in this kind of area, yeah? You know, the kind of behavior, the way they behave, the way they conduct themselves, yeah? I mean, I personally have been told they're just a bunch of crooks. You know, the worst kind of arrogant, disrespectful people you'd ever want to meet. That's what I've been told. Yeah? So anyway. So Mr. Adoboli's got a reprieve. Yeah? But like I say, you know, how can, you know, one person get the blame? I mean, one person cannot have all that responsibility, can they? Yeah? For all of that money, one person cannot have all that responsibility. You know, you have to have somebody that okays it. I would presume he makes a decision, then it's passed on to a higher person. It would have to at least be passed on, you know, maybe I'm wrong, but in my mind, it would have to at least be passed on to two more people after Kweku Adoboli has made the decision to do whatever transaction. Yeah? So it goes up to a senior person. This person, yes, everything looks above board. Everything's okay. Yeah? Okay. Stamp it. Pass the paper to the next person. Yes. Now we can go down the pub and have some champagne. Yeah? You know what I mean? Do you really believe this one dude? Yeah, remember we used to watch Spitting Image years ago, and the image was, you know, Ronald Reagan was a nutcase and he could just press the red button and blow up the world. Do you really believe that? Yeah? You know, like there's a nuclear button and you could fall asleep and accidentally press it and blow up the world. And like some dude, yeah, who came in when he was 4 from Ghana, he just could be given the power, yeah, to be making deals up to 1.8 billion pounds. I don't believe that at all. But I do remember very strongly when the case was going on, yeah? You know, when they convicted him, there was very strong racist overtones, yeah? On the news, somehow, you know, the news reporters, the news network, they were given permission to be racist. So they said something very bad, but then directly after saying this man this man caused the biggest fraud in history, blah blah blah. The very next story was about a fucking gorilla, literally about a gorilla in a zoo, a chimp, a monkey, and there he done this, and this fucking monkey gorilla in a zoo is going crazy, going ape shit, yeah. And all of that is just, you know, really to scapegoat the banking system and blame it all on this dude. So they brought in this racist thing so that everybody would be upset. All the whites and the non-whites would be hating this black man, this monkey, yeah? And then the blacks would be up in arms for the racism. And then nobody would dig up the case more and say, well, who sanctioned it? Who's behind it? It can't be him, and the bank gets away with everything, and the blame just on this one individual. But, you know, I'm not so sensitive where, you know, I would just focus on this little gorilla monkey business and not look behind who sanctioned it. You're not going to make me believe that one individual who's not the head of the Bank of England, yeah, one individual can be making deals of $1.8 billion unchecked. I don't believe it. Anyway, DJS, and I'm out.